Well, speaking of the IRS, it has been working to make it more difficult for cybercriminals to file fraudulent tax returns. But the criminals have upped their game. Instead of just stealing your personal data, they're now targeting tax professionals. Andrea Day has more on this new form of tax fraud.
Here we have an individual who is looking for tax IDs.
This is the dark web, where cybercriminals go to buy and sell loads of stolen data.
Here we have another individual who's selling tax IDs.
One of the hottest tickets right now, your tax pro's ID number, used to file returns online. Cybersecurity firm Flashpoint's Roman Sanikov.
The tax prep professionals are really the new vector of attack.
He says the ID numbers are a virtual crime kit for thieves, where they can file fake returns by the thousands.
How easy is it for the criminals to get this information?
It's quite easy. There are thousands, probably hundreds of thousands of services that are selling this information on the deep and dark web.
And using that trusted pro number could make the return seem legit to the IRS. That, according to IBM Securities' Caleb Barlow.
Oh, well, it's an IP address that we've seen before. It's a signature of a computer we've seen before. We know that's a tax professional, so they're going to be submitting lots of returns.
At IBM Security, they've been watching closely as these new attacks unfold.
And remember, this is a $445 billion annual industry of organized crime, and tax fraud is one of the primary areas they focus.
So how do they steal pro IDs in the first place? According to experts, usually by sending malicious email links and attachments that someone clicks on by mistake.
Once we've clicked on it, the thief is inside.
Larry Gray is a CPA and with the National Association of Tax Pros, or NATP.
It's kind of like breaking into the bank. It's a gold mine.
And he says with new tax laws in place, his fellow CPAs are searching for info and could be more likely to open an attachment.
This perfect storm is created by a more sophisticated adversary and an environment where we have lots of confusion and lots of questions.
What does that spell for tax season 2018?
I think it's going to be some chaos.
And the tax pro?
They may have absolutely no idea that their computer has been compromised and a criminal is actively harvesting that information.
The IRS now warning accountants.
We had about 75 tax professionals report that they had been victims of some sort of a taxpayer breach. So that, unfortunately, is a 60% increase for the same period of time last year.
And experts say the best tip for pros is to educate everyone in the firm to never, ever open an attachment they didn't request. And for the rest of us U.S. taxpayers, only use someone you trust and ask them how they store and protect your data. Because once the pro's computer is compromised, your private info is also at risk. For Nightly Business Report, I'm Andrea Day.